Hey G.I. Joe fans, it is that time of year where Timmer, Half the Battle Timmer, is hosting his annual children's charity drive. If you would like to participate in his charity drive, click the link down in the description below to find out how to participate in the drive as far as making a donation for a prize. If you would like to make a monetary donation, very simple. The rules are incredibly simple. Is all you need to do is one, make a video of yourself making the donation, or two, take a picture of your receipt. You have to have the proof of one of the two in order to be eligible for these prizes, and send it to his email, which will be down in the description as well. Feel free to cover up any important information you don't want him to know on the receipt, such as your address, phone number, things of that nature. At the end of this month, he will hold the drawing. A name will be drawn out of a hat for prizes. Last year, as you know, I put up, or if it should say as you know, but if you follow his channel, last year I donated a Tiger Force, a complete Tiger Force Tiger Fly. This year, another Tiger Force vehicle, a complete, well, I should say near complete, I don't have the windshield wiper. Apologize for that, but it does come with the driver and his gun. The Tiger Force Tiger Cat. I'm putting this up as a prize. So if you would like to win this beautiful vehicle, all you got to do is make a donation. Simple as that. So head on over to his channel and check that out. Now it's time for the review. Here it is time for another G.I. Joe toy review, and today we are going to be looking at a personal favorite, the 1985 infantry trooper Footloose. He hit the shelves as a part of Series 4 in 85. It was on the shelves through 86 when he was discontinued in 87. That means they just stopped making him in 87. It didn't mean he was not on the shelves in 87. That's what I've figured out over time anyway. He came with quite a few accessories. I've written some of them down because they're interesting. He came with what was an acronym, PASGT helmet. Troops are wearing them these days. It is the Kevlar helmet, known amongst the troops as a K-pot. But the acronym stands for Personnel Armor System Ground Troops, for ground troops. So there's those wonderful acronyms, and I can't see why they called a K-pot, meaning Kevlar, which starts with a K, and it's a pot that you put on your head. Yeah. He came with an M73A1 rocket launcher, and an M16. These are all real world weapons, and with the latest trends in on the rating systems on YouTube that are going to be coming up pretty soon. I will not get into further detail, or this channel will be flagged for it. So that's all I will be saying about that. So he did come with a few card variants. He came carded on originally on a 34 back in 85. Let me pull that picture up for you. And the 86 was a 36 back, meaning it has 36 different cells on the back of the card. The file cards changed. 85 was a peach colored card and 86 was a gray card. And I may add that the 86 card back had the Sergeant Slaughter promo giveaway on it. He made his first appearance in the Sunbow series in the episode titled Excalibur. Very, very good episode. There were actually clips of it shown in the intro. They were in a town in Scotland, and Storm Shadow came across the Lady of the Lake, which is the keeper of Excalibur. When he crashes his Rattler into the lake, he sees the sword, he takes the sword, and in retaliation, Lady of the Lake causes all these catastrophes in the town, a lot of natural disasters, and this sword is virtually indestructible. Shows Footloose when he's being held captive in a castle. He tries to run away, and Storm Shadow slices through a stone pillar with the sword, and it collapses on Footloose. Very, very good episode, and at the end of the episode, the sword is returned to the lake, or the loch as they refer to them in Scotland, and all is well. One of the more exciting episodes. And then he appeared in another one of my favorite episodes, where he's out in the Arabian desert. I cannot remember the title right now. Actually, couldn't find much about it in the research, but there's a tank that is being constructed by a doctor who was being held by Cobra, naturally, and this tank has a super powerful cannon on it, and it is up to the Joe team to rescue her, and Footloose and Dusty end up rescuing her, and they end up fighting over her because she's a pretty woman. And a very fun episode, and that's where Footloose's zen-like mentality comes out. He's just very laid back, surfer kind of guy. He even stops in the middle of a battle, sit down and meditate, telling Dusty to be mellow. And very funny character. He was one of the other comic relief when Bazooka was being shown. He was a goofy character, and I like that about G.I. Joe. And they had around the more serious characters, they have the funnier ones to lighten everything up. But there you have it on all of that good stuff. So let's go ahead and take a look at this action figure. been excited to do this one for a while. In 1982, we were given the infantry trooper Grunt, which he did come with an M16 rifle. He was the Joe's very first infantry trooper. And then when he was retired, Footloose came in to take his place. Dusty was the sidekick to Footloose throughout the animated series. They did well together. They kind of worked off of each other's personalities. But after Footloose was discontinued in '87, the following year of 1988, they brought him back as the Slaughter's Marauder in the Slaughter's Marauder sub-team. Now, this is mine from when I was a kid, the very first Footloose that I had. So I love when they did the sub-teams because it gave you a chance to get that action figure again. And I love that they just changed the colors and not the complete character, so he was more like the original. So let's take a look at his accessories. He did come with a rocket launcher. His backpack, very nice detail on the backpack. He has a little canteen on there, two sculpted on, looks like lemon grenades, a flap that goes over the front. Of course, it has the peg on there. Nice detail for its time. You know, they put additional straps here on the front so you could attach a blanket or a sleeping bag to. And I really like the sculpting on that. The detail is very, very good. And he came with an M16 with a shoulder strap, which I like. The original owner did his own customizing on this. That used to irritate the heck out of me as a kid when other kids would take their toys and customize them. I saw it as ruining the toy. But these days, I'm starting to customize. I'm not ruining the only one toy that I have. I customize ones that I have a multiple of. So, taking a look at Footloose, his other accessory is his helmet. Very, very nicely done. They didn't have to do this, but they spared no expense at this point of time. They gave him a nice camouflage helmet because they were just absolutely swimming in money at the time. 85 was the golden year of G.I. Joe. The toy line was taking off. Now later down the road in '86 with Special Missions Brazil, Footloose's head and helmet were used again as the character Claymore. Taking a look at his uniform, complete camo. He's wearing these jungle boots, which were made popular in the Vietnam conflict. His camouflage pants are bloused in the boots. He has nice bellowed pockets on the sides. He is wearing his web belt with pouches added to it and a load-bearing Y harness. He has a pouch here on the front, bayonet, and a sculpted on lemon grenade. I can't quite make this patch out anymore. It's kind of rubbed off, but it's his infantry patch. He has a bracelet on this hand and a watch on this wrist. A nice 80s style mustache, brown hair, kind of a menacing look on his face. Not real happy looking as they made him in the cartoon. Brown, like I said, brown hair. I actually had a neighbor that looked like him. He was kind of a grouchy guy, and I would tease him about that. You know, call him Footloose whenever I saw him, and he would get mad at me. Oh, I don't know what was wrong with that guy. He was just always in a bad mood. It wasn't nice of me. I'd take things too far as a kid. So looking at his file card, see it was clipped off the back, Footloose in his action pose. And this is how he would have looked on the front of the card. It reads Infantry Trooper, code name Footloose. File name Myers Andrew D. Serial number 039449036. Primary military specialty infantry. Secondary military specialty special services. He was a baseball coach. His birthplace is Gary, Indiana. His grade was an E4. He was a specialist. Middle paragraph reads, Myers was a valedictorian of his high school class, captain of the track team, and an Eagle Scout. He was a go-getter. He was going for his degree in phys ed on a state scholarship when he suddenly dropped out, moved to the coast, and became quite weird in about 3 years. He was standing on the boardwalk of Venice, pondering something cosmic. Oh, yeah, they really showed that in the cartoon. When the utter pointlessness of his existence hit him between the eyes like a runaway freight train. I think I'll join the army, he said, and promptly did. Took the basic and AIT at Fort Benning. Advanced Infantry Training is AIT. Graduated jump school and desert training unit. That would explain why he was paired up with Dusty in that one episode. Qualified expert in all NATO and Warsaw Pact small arms. Bottom paragraph reads in a quote, some of the Joes think that Footloose is out there, but all he is trying to do is find himself. He's an all-American boy who got lost on the way to the fair, and he's simply trying to get home any which way he can. Most folks think they know who they are and where they're going. They're the dangerous ones, in quotations. Yeah, I won't further comment on that one. The people who know who they are the dangerous ones. Okay. Yeah, clear as mud. But he is a great action figure. I like him quite a bit. I forgot to point out that they left his chest bare on this one, but they painted it blue for his Slaughter's Marauders sequel. So very, very nice action figure all around. His colors, the camouflage, the weapons, everything just screams military. And that's what makes him a very popular figure. He does read military when some of them from the 80s did not, or from 85 did not. So there we have it. Footloose in his finest. But I do have fond memories of Footloose as a kid. He, not only from the cartoon, but my friend John, yes, who did literally have everything. Every action figure from the G.I. Joe line, vehicle, and playset up to the point of 87 when he moved back home. So I do recall him getting Footloose, showed up to his house on Saturday morning, and he had purchased Footloose the Friday night prior. And of course, we just played with him all day long. And he was a quite popular figure with the both of us. We would actually have to flip a coin to see who got to play with him. I'm not even going to cover what happened with Snake Eyes. Me being the better man, I just conceded and let him play with Snake Eyes. It was his house, his toy, and I just did not want to fight with him over it. So that's where that ended up. But yeah, Footloose did go on a lot of desert missions with us, a lot of tropical missions in the bushes in his backyard and some of the ground foliage. So it was a lot of fun. I do have those very fond memories of that action figure. So let's move on to my favorite segment, Byron's Gripes. Oh, there are a few of them out there. So if you're looking for this guy on the aftermarket, as far as eBay, there's just a handful of them for sale right now. Given his popularity, the prices are pretty ridiculous. For those of you who are just joining me, I only use eBay as a reference. I don't quote auction prices because they are fluid. I only quote the fixed prices. And I'm not doing this to pick on eBay nor the sellers. That's not what this channel is about. That's not what I'm about. I simply use it as a quick reference. There are a lot of other sites out there that sell toys, and I would be here all day doing this. So here we go. If you're looking for Footloose, there are about 5, 6 of them out there that are incomplete. The prices range from $9.99 up to $13. It's missing quite a few of the accessories. Carded, mint on card, $119.99 to $299.99. Greed at its finest. The 85 year is the most popular with collectors. So that also drives the price up on this. And Footloose, the guy had a 2-year run, so the availability I would think would be better than this, but given the popular figure that he is, people are army building him, doing head swaps and whatnot. Incomplete with a full file card, $15.99, or full card back that's uncut, $15.99 to $25.99. I'll put that up with the deal of the day. Giving a full card back from 85, those could get pretty pricey just by themselves. So this is like buying the full card back and getting a free action figure, in my opinion. So that's deal of the day. Complete with a full cut file card or card back, and the two do match up. It's cut from the same card. $39.99. Deal of the day again with that guy. His missile launcher, the only one I was able to find out there, $8.99. And look for the straps on those. The straps are either cut off, can be cut off, or are broken. And a broken strap is the most common problem. They usually break right at the bow right here, or not the bow, but at the bend. So look out for that. And some people just cut the strap off, which really makes this hard to use. But most common, you'll find the strap cut off the machine gun. Okay. You want him complete and by himself. $19.99 to $30. There are 6 of them out there that are complete with no file card or anything. There's one incomplete with the file card, missing both of his weapons. $19.99. Incomplete by himself. $6.99. To $14.99. I don't know why I wrote that twice. Pardon me for that. Incomplete, just missing his rocket launcher, $17.97. I will put that as deal of the day as well. His backpack, $1.99. His head, $1.50. I did not find a full card back. I didn't find his helmet or a loose file card by itself. So again, that just goes to show you that this guy is pretty popular. Just at this point in time, I couldn't find those things, but they do show up. I purchased him about a year or so ago, and I was just absolutely thrilled to have him. I won it at an auction. Can't remember what I paid for it, but I was very happy to get him. So before I close, let's not forget about Timmer's charity drive. All that will be down in the description. If you want to become a channel supporter, help this channel out, have your name listed amongst the channel supporters, and be eligible for your own giveaway. You can do that one of 3 ways. You can make a donation through my Ko-fi account, PayPal, or you could send something into the channel. None of this is necessary, but it really does help the channel out. As you guys know, these things, these toys are getting pretty expensive and even more popular. So any bit of help for the channel will I'll be eternally grateful. Yeah, that's it as far as announcements goes. So I do really appreciate you guys tuning in. That does mean a lot to me. Again, thank you very much to my most recent subscribers, and especially to all of you who have stuck with me through all this time, especially from the beginning. That it's very humbling when I see my subscription list go up. That lets me know my content is good enough and is worthy of your subscription. So all that being said, thank you very much once again. Always don't forget to always be kind to everyone, especially be kind to animals. They know nothing but love and compassion. And this has been Joe Motion Videos 82 signing off. You guys have a fabulous day. Take care of yourselves. Stay safe out there. We'll talk to you later. And stay tuned next week for another awesome G.I. Joe toy review. See you later. Bye-bye.